Hey, yo, my people, let me tell you about a time that I almost got assaulted by 3 blood gang members in Brownsville, Brooklyn. Stay tuned to this video. I'm gonna tell you what happened from beginning to end. Check it out. So imagine pulling up on scene. You get to a street corner in Brooklyn, New York, way far from your area, because the fire in the city is on 100%. What do I mean by that? As soon as it gets warm in New York City, traumas start happening. People start calling the ambulance. They're drinking, they're driving, they're doing trauma and have issues going on because they have all this pent up energy that they had all throughout the winter months. So in the summertime in New York City, in the toughest neighborhoods, it gets crazy. And Saturday night, on this particular night, it was not no exception. We ended up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, super duper far from the area we're supposed to be serving. When we arrive on scene, what we find is, as soon as we pull up, is 3 gang members with gang member paraphernalia. They're the ones who called the ambulance. Red bandanas, the lights are flashing, reflecting on the bodega / grocery store lights, reflecting on their garments, and all I see is beads, bandanas, and they're pushing each other while having drinks on their hands. They're being confrontational amongst each other. The scene was not safe. But we pull over and put the bus in park and step out the ambulance, see how we could help, because they were flagging us down. What was going on? What did they need? I approached them and asked them, "What's up, bro? What's going on, man? Why'd you call the ambulance?" First thing he said is, "Man, listen, take my man's blood pressure." And his man, his friend, the one he was talking about, started screaming, got irate. Man in his 20s, 30s years old. Inner city New York dudes. I know them all too well. These were my neighbors. These are the type of people I was raised with. So I already know what's going on. I already know how they feel and what they're thinking. So I start speaking to him, "Bro, listen," with a really heavy New York accent. "You ain't got to go to the hospital, homie. I'm going to just take your blood pressure, bro. I got you, man. Don't even worry about it." He's like, "All right, bro, I got you." Sat down. I started taking his blood pressure, and here comes my partner. My partner, unfortunately, on this street corner, started disrespecting the patient and the people who called. Out of nowhere, for some reason, he started assessing their knowledge on high blood pressure abrasively at 2 in the morning on Brownsville, Brooklyn. "Why did you call the ambulance? Yo, my man, what do you need from us?" Started asking very abrasive questions. He must have had this false sense of security. He must have thought he was a EMT / police officer. He must have thought my partner got my back, but little did he know we were outnumbered. It was 3 versus 1, and one of the guys was extremely quiet, had a hoodie on, his beads started coming out, and he's eating ramen noodles while having the cup in his hand. He stopped eating it and put his hand in his pocket, looking at my partner. He looked like food. He looked like he was ready to eat him. And the patient started asking, "Yo, why you acting like that?" So what did I do? And this is why I want to share with you. I talked to my partner and I told him, "Yo, get in the ambulance." He didn't want to listen. I said, "Yo, get in the ambulance." I put my hand on his chest. He didn't want to listen. On the 3rd try, I said, "Get the fuck in the ambulance, bro," and fucking pushed him into the bus. He looked at me in shock, like, why is my partner going up against me? What did I do? What's going on? This is not supposed to happen. He's supposed to have my back. I said, "Get the fuck in the ambulance, you piece of shit. You don't know how to act, bro. Control yourself. Disrespectful, unprofessional piece of shit." Why? Because the patient, the people that were there were looking at him like, "Yo, why you acting like that, bro?" They were like basically looking at him like, "Why are you making it so that we have to hurt you? Why are you making this more than what it is?" They were in shock that my partner was acting so stupid. Long story short, they started thanking me for controlling my partner's disrespectful tendencies. They started thanking me for taking their blood pressure. By the way, his blood pressure was 125 over 78 or something like that, with a pulse ox of 100 and a pulse rate of 95. They went around about their way. So if you show up on scene and you have people that are wasting your time, just entertain them. Take their blood pressure. You don't have to give them a lecture on the do's and don'ts of calling 911. Especially, keep your head on the swivel. My partner did not notice the guy with the hoodie with his hands and the ramen noodle on another. He didn't notice, apparently, the gang member paraphernalia. He didn't notice that the night was on fire and we were out of our neighborhood and out of our area. So I say that to say this, my people. I understand exactly why he did it. It's because he's a fucking loser. I told that shit to himself. He got so upset. I called him a dumbass on the ambulance as soon as we got in the ambulance. He was so upset. I invited him to express himself physically. Pull over the ambulance and express yourself physically. Let me know how you feel. Why? Not because I want to fight my partner. But if that's what it takes for him to vent, then go right ahead. I told him, I don't care if you're mad at me, as long as that when your bitch ass goes home and takes a shower and lays in your bed, as long as you made it home, that's all that matters. That's why EMTs are getting assaulted. Because when given the opportunity to de-escalate a situation or de-escalate a scenario, they don't, because they have a false sense of security. They start disrespecting because they know that as soon as their bitch ass presses the button, the police is coming. But you probably never worked in a neighborhood where the police take way too long to arrive because they're busy handling their own shit. So I say that to say this, my people. Here's the lesson. Here's the takeaway. If you're a fucking loser, then people running you over, I'm sorry. If you're a fucking loser and people cutting you off gets to you, whether it's in traffic, whether it's at the supermarket, it's because you're a fucking loser. People that overreact are losers. They're losing in life. I mean, think about it. If you, for some reason, are winning in life, you're in good shape, you're fucking smelling good, you're looking good, your spouse is fucking beautiful, you feel great, and you have an extra $10,000 in your pocket, then some gang members calling for an ambulance are not gonna budge you. Hey, man, don't worry about it, man. Come here, man. I'll help you. But, of course, if you imagine the profile of this fucking partner of mine, he was overweight. He had a female body, pretty much, wide hips and man boobs. Horrible person. Probably a great person inside, but as a paramedic, he was stressed. How could you not be? You're losing in life. So, I'm not talking from a pedestal. This happened to me. There was a time where a person on K2 was acting stupid, didn't listen to our instructions, and in the ER bay, in front of doctors, in front of my partner, I started screaming on him. I started shouting at him. Because I was stressed out because of medical school. I was losing at that time. So I say that to say this. If you're disrespectful, if you are highly bothered by the small, minuscule things, if you overreact, it's because you're a loser. But it's okay. You don't have to stay a loser. You could start winning. How do you start winning? Take control of your life. Do things that make you happy. Do things that build you up. And when you have to vent, when you have to relieve the stress that you feel from day-to-day life, from your professional life, from your personal life, what you need to do is find something that builds you up and not break you down. So if you're running towards fucking donuts, a 6-pack of beer, and a vape, and whatever the fuck after a hard week of work, you're breaking yourself down. But if you're running towards working out, martial arts, and etc., then you're building yourself up. So, the takeaway message is, stop being a fucking disrespectful loser. That way we can stop being assaulted. I hope this helps. Peace. Hey yo, whether you're providing basic life support or advanced life support, your EMS providers need to be the best they can be for the patients that rely on them. That's why I created this book. Learn how to be a high-level EMT and take it from me. I've been on the bus for almost 20 years and I'm also a medical doctor. I made this book for you. I hope it helps. Check it out. The link is down below.